Hi, I'm Juniper and welcome to Juniper's World. I hope you all are having a good day today. I'm doing pretty good myself. Today I have not taped a video in possibly a week. I've had a lot of things going on in my life right now, and I had to take a little pause, but I'm back, and I'm back with a cold, so excuse me. The tone of my nose will be red today, but anyway, today I thought I would do an eye look using, and this palette is so big, I think it might take up the whole screen. The NARS-issist mini palette. And I didn't realize exactly how many this was until I got it. It's mini, but it's pretty. So, I have already primed my skin with the No Pore Blim Primer by Touch and Soul. I'm almost out of that. And my foundation, which I usually just use a tinted moisturizer, but today I used the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Healthy Luminous Makeup. And I am in shade C3 Creamy Natural. And I don't build it up. I just do one layer, and this is what it comes out to. So, let's go ahead and do the face first, and we'll do the eyes last. So like I said, I've primed, I've put my foundation down. I did set it with a little bit of Laura Mercier translucent loose powder. Since I'm using the NARS-issist palette, I thought I would use the NARS blush, but let's bronze up this face a little bit with number 7's bronzer in Golden Sand. And I've realized that I don't like to go ham on the bronzer. I need it for some color for sure, and definitely this winter, you know, I'm gonna need it more and more. But I'm kind of more of a blush gal, and especially when I'm using the NARS, especially the NARS Orgasm Blush, because it is so shimmery, and I do like my shimmers. If being 46 and shimmery is wrong, then I don't want to be right. So, bronze up a little here. I think that looks good. Let's take another look in my little mirror here. There's so much difference between the camera and what's in person. In person, I feel like I'm a golden goddess. but on screen, I know that I'm as fair as they come. Alrighty. And then I am using the NARS blush in Orgasm, which is just one of my favorites. Ever since I first tried it, how shimmery it is, I just love it. And see, just now, I would stop right about now with blush, but on screen, it hardly looks like I have any on at all. So we will do what YouTube needs, and that means more blush. Look at that beautiful shimmer. I just love it. And I know the Lumi Match foundation helps as well. It started me off with a little bit of a luminous glow. And please excuse my sniffling and my tissue. I'm feeling better today than I have been, but it's going around. It's starting to get cold where I am. There's actually snow on the ground. And that's okay with me. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and highlight while I'm on the face. And I'm sorry, I'm using the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter in 10. Be My Highlight. And it is just a nice, natural, and normally I do not like, this sounds kind of strange, I don't like my highlights to look natural. I like the iridescence. I like the Cover FX enhancing drops. But with this look, I think I'm going to have enough. Look how beautiful that is. I think I'm going to have enough highlight, or I think I'm going to have enough going on with the blush, the highlight, and then the shimmer and the eyeshadow, that I did not need to make any more. Things were going to be shimmery and highlighted enough that I felt that an iridescent type highlighter I don't think would do this look any good. Okay. And then, I want to go ahead and do my brows, which I am using the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in Brunette. It's just a wand type brow product, which these are my favorite. I don't mind using a pencil. However, I like the color and what's the word? The color and the direction. Oh, we've got a problem here. I like the color and the way that the tinted brow mascaras the way they let my eyebrows lay. And my right one is looking a little strong. I didn't bring out a spoolie. Let me see if I can wipe some of this off. Oops. Sorry, I put the mirror right in front of the camera there. Okay. That looks better. But it doesn't look good. I'm not done. My left one, my right one looks a little bit too thick. And my left one, overnight, I have a bald spot. There we go. Okay. So, let's move on to the eyes. I want to use the Milani eyeshadow primer as a base. And I did bring out a brush for that. I do like this Milani primer, and I do feel like eyeshadow primers and primers in general, you know, people have, I think people either like primers or they feel that they're worthless. I like them. This cancels out. I have a little bit of veins, some blue veins, especially in my right eye, that I like that this cancels out, and I don't have to worry about making sure that my eyeshadow does it. I'm glad that a primer does it. And I think it gives it a good base to stick to. I you know, have either A, tried to go without a primer, or B, you know, forgotten, been in a hurry, didn't feel like I needed a primer, and I've regretted it. So I'm a primer person all the way. Okay. Alright, now that my eyes are nice and primed, let's move on to this palette that I just don't know where to store it. I have two matte shades right here, a lighter beige taupe type, a little bit darker brown. Then I have a lighter rose gold. Then up here it's more of a bronze, and then we have a orgasm type shimmer right here, and then this one is a shimmery dark red as well. Actually, I'm gonna say that this one has more copper in it, and this is more of the orgasm shade. So I'm gonna start out with this one in my crease line and as an all over shadow. It's so tiny. That's funny. I knew it said mini. I feel like I'm playing with children's makeup, but the palette is so pretty. It really is. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and dust that across this eye to keep the primer from, to set it in place and keep it from creasing. This palette is so small that it's hard to lay it down and work with it. It's hard because it doesn't have enough weight to hold itself down while I'm trying to work with it. But to hold it and hold my little mirror at the same time is kind of a challenge in itself. I know, I have such a rough life. I know. So now I am gonna go in with the deeper brown color and use this with the same brush and use this starting in the outer corners to see how dark. Oh, it's pigmented, and bring that into my crease. It's very pigmented, and it is blending out very beautifully. I'm not doing hardly anything. I'm barely touching my skin, with this brush. And it's laying down some serious pigment. Turn it on its side so that I can get in the crease. I mean, I could add, and I may just do that, I could add one of these shimmer shades and call it done. It's so beautiful. There's absolutely no fallout. It's so beautiful. I'm going to bring it up here a little bit higher because I think I am just going to bring that up to my eyebrow and add the first shimmer shade I showed you. And I think that's going to be my first look from this palette, because it doesn't need anything else. It's just so lovely on its own. I am going to take, not the right brush, but you can use them for what you want. Take this brush, clean up any harsh edges here. Okay. Now I think I will go in with this shade right here. Oh, and the shades are written on the back. Okay, this is the Wanted palette. So let's see. I put Satisfaction all over my lid, Shadow Hill in the crease, and Shooting Star I think I'm going to put on my inside corner. I'm going to see if I can do it without using my fingers. I don't mind using my fingers. I know there's a lot of people who find it truly disgusting and uncleanly, and I don't. I know where my hands have been. But it is a good idea to try to keep your, your palettes and your eyeshadows, as clean as you can. And by not using your finger, that's a good idea. I got some color payoff, but let's see what a finger does. Here again, it's kind of hard to hold. There. See how much more that my finger was able to deposit. And there, if you're able to see that. I am going to take an eyelining brush, and I am going to use that Shadow Hill, the one that I put in the crease. I'm going to lay it in my lower lash line. And next time I play around with this, I think I might try a brown eyeliner with it. I think it deserves it. I mean, I think it's such a beautiful palette. Even though quite tiny, I think it's such a beautiful palette that it would do it some justice to put a little bit more, especially with my brown eyes. They're kind of hazel. They kind of go in between. Today they're a little greenish. That's all I want to do to it. Honestly, I do want to use this Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlighter, but what I use it for is my waterline. My lower waterline. I think it does a good job of keeping your eyes to look more awake, alert, alive, without being white. I remember when I used to see people. Now, white does have its time and its place. But with this palette and this look, I don't think this is the time or the place for white. And there we go. There's that. And then my mascara, of course, it'll be no surprise to those of you that know me, is the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions. It's my go-to. It's my all-time favorite. I've tried to go back to a couple different ones over the last week, and where I would start to sweat and my oils would gather under my eyes. I would end up looking like a raccoon eye. And nobody wants that. This mascara sometimes even makes them too long to where I have to grab and pinch off a little bit of the ends. But I don't have to worry about that with my lower lash line because it will not flake. It will not smear. It will not transfer. It separates and elongates. And to me, that those are, they mimic false lashes, if you ask me. Okay. And then the look would not be complete without a little lipstick. And I have Ciate London Liquid Velvet in Pin Up. I think this might be, no, not my first time. Well, I'm really not thrilled with this lipstick. I know it's just a sample size, but you know what is in the tube that kind of grabs the lipstick as it's coming out so all of it doesn't come out? It's not tight enough and too much of it comes out, and I had way too much come out, but I think it's under control. And letting the bangs grow out, but there they are. And that is it. That is my look for the NARS-issist Wanted NARS-issist Mini Palette. So again, my name is Juniper. Please, I would appreciate you subscribing, giving this a thumbs up. If you like this type of video, you must on it. And if you'd leave me a comment down below, I would love that. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day. I hope you're well wherever you're at, happy and healthy. And until next time, peace.